Hello everyone and welcome. Have you ever played a game and wondered how does it know exactly when your laser shot hits the target? Or how do people solve those crazy complex problems with tons of variables like X, Y, Z, and more? Well, the secret? It's hiding in a chapter you've been studying, Determinants and Matrices. Today we're going to see that these are not just for your exams. They're actually like math superpowers. Let's unlock them.
Okay, so picture this. You're in the middle of an intense game. You fire your laser, and the computer instantly knows if your shot is blocked. How? How does it figure out if you, the bad guy, and some obstacle are all in one perfect straight line? It sounds like some really tough geometry, doesn't it? But actually, there's a simple mathematical key that solves this whole puzzle.
So, what's the first key to solving our gaming problem? Well, it's all about geometry. And there's a cool secret about the area of a triangle, a secret that's hidden inside the determinant. Let's take a look. Normally, to find the area of a triangle, you need to find the base, find the height. It's a bit of work. But with determinants, it's like a cheat code. All you need are the coordinates of the 3 points. That's it. You just put them into this special matrix, find the determinant, do a small calculation, and bam, you have the area. So much simpler, isn't it? So, how do we do it? It's a simple 3-step process. Step 1, you take the coordinates of your 3 points and arrange them into a 3x3 matrix. And here's the trick. You just add a third column filled with ones. Super easy. Step 2, calculate the determinant of this matrix. And step 3, just take the absolute value because, area can't be negative, right? And multiply it by half. That's all there is to it. All right, but here's where it gets really interesting. What happens if you do all of that and the area you get is 0? Think about that for a moment. What kind of a triangle has 0 area? This is the big question, and the answer is the key to our whole gaming puzzle. And here it is, the big reveal. If the determinant value is anything other than 0, it means the 3 points form a real triangle with a real area. But if the determinant is exactly 0, it means the points don't form a triangle at all. They've basically collapsed into a single straight line. They are what we call collinear. So let's go back to our game. The game's program just takes the coordinates of your player, the obstacle, and the target. It puts them into that matrix and calculates the determinant. If that determinant is 0, the computer knows instantly. Yep, they're all in a line, shot blocked. It's so fast, so efficient. And just like that, we've unlocked our first key. Okay, so that was pretty cool for geometry, right? But determinants have another superpower, this time in algebra. Our second key is all about solving equations. Think of it like a powerful undo button that can solve many equations all at once. This is super important in things like engineering and even economics. You've seen those problems, right? The ones with a system of linear equations with X, Y, and maybe even Z. It can look really messy and confusing. Well, matrices help us clean it all up. We can take all the coefficients and put them in one matrix. Let's call it A. All the variables, X and Y, go into another matrix, X. And the answers on the other side go into a third matrix, B. Suddenly, that big, messy system becomes one simple, neat equation, AX equals B. So, if we have AX equals B, how do we find X? Normally in algebra, you would just divide by A, right? But with matrices, you can't do that. There's no division. Instead, we have a special tool, a kind of undo button for the matrix A. This special tool is called the inverse matrix, and we write it as A to the power of -1. So, how does this inverse method work? It's actually a very powerful shortcut. First, you write your equations in that neat AX equals B form. Second, you find the inverse of your coefficient matrix, A. And finally, the solution is just one simple calculation. X is equal to A inverse multiplied by B. And just like that, you get the values for all your variables in one go. It's amazing. But hold on a second. This powerful inverse matrix, this undo button, it's not always available. There's a catch. There's one master rule that decides if you can even use this method. And what is that rule? You guessed it. It's the determinant again. See how important this one number is? Here's the deal. You can only find the inverse of a matrix A if its determinant is not 0. If the determinant of A is 0, then the inverse simply does not exist. The matrix is called singular, and our method comes to a complete stop.
So let's break that down. If the determinant of A is not 0, everything is perfect. We call the system consistent, and you will get exactly one unique solution. It's like having one clear target. But if the determinant of A is 0, things get complicated. The system might be inconsistent, meaning no solution, or it might have infinite solutions. It's like having no target at all or countless targets overlapping. The determinant tells you exactly what kind of problem you're facing.
You know, your own NCERT textbook has a beautiful line for this. It says that the number which determines the uniqueness of a solution is the determinant of A. See, the name itself tells you what it does. This one number is the key.
All right, let's do a quick summary. In just the last few minutes, you've unlocked some really powerful new tools for your maths toolkit. Let's go over the superpowers you've just gained.
First, you now know how to find the area of a triangle using just its coordinates with the determinant formula. Second, you can check if 3 points are in a straight line, if they are collinear, just by checking if the determinant is 0. Third, you can solve big systems of equations using the matrix inverse method. And finally, you know the most important rule of all, the inverse method only works if the determinant is not 0.
And honestly, you're doing great. This is a big concept, and a lot of students find it confusing, but you've just understood the core secrets behind it. You really got this. So I'll leave you with a final thought. Now that you have these powerful keys, the key to finding area, the key to checking for straight lines, and the key to solving equations, what problems in the world around you do you think you can solve with them? Think about it. Keep practicing, and I'll see you next time.